When you are visiting London, there's a few things that you should definitely do. There's a few things that you should definitely not do as well. Hello everyone, my name is Ben and London is the greatest city in the world. It's a fact, everybody should visit London in their lifetime. There's so much to see, there's so much to do, but you need to act in a certain way, and there's definitely things that you should definitely not do when you visit London. If you want to see more travel videos and travel tips, then hit the subscribe because I like to travel and I hope you do too. Let me tell you about London. I am a British gentleman and there's things that I want to tell you before you visit London. Don't do these things. The last one is crazy. Stick around until the end of the video to see that. Tip number one is wait in line. Do not cut in line. We hate this. British people will say something to you and they will get you out of the line. Do not cut in line. People think that British people just love waiting in line. We don't, but we have respect and we have etiquette. Everybody needs to wait in line. I got there before you, so I'm in front of you in the line. You don't like it? Who cares? Everybody must wait in line. We don't love it, but we do it because we have etiquette. Tip number two is do not stand on the left. We drive on the left, but we stand on the right. If you're on an escalator, stand on the right. You can walk down on the left, but do not stand on the left. British people will push you out of the way. People have places to go. People have a train to catch. People need to try and get the London Underground. They will push you out of the way. Stand on the right. The next tip is do not forget your UK adapter. That one is for the US. That one is for Europe. But this ugly thing is for the UK. This is the plug that you need. Make sure you get one of these before you arrive. Look at that thing. It's so ugly. Make sure you have one. The next don't of London is do not forget your great British pounds. Don't forget your quids. Don't forget your smackaroonies. This is 20 quid. You need to have British money. We don't use euros here and your US dollars are useless. So many countries that accept more than one currency. We do not. If you go anywhere in London with your euros or with your US dollars, they will not accept it. Please make sure you have your British money. The next don't of London is do not buy tickets in London. Buy tickets online. You're going to save so much money. If you want to see a theatre show, if you want to go inside an attraction, London Bridge or Westminster Abbey, buy your tickets online in advance. Number one, you might not get in if you just show up and try and buy a ticket. Number two, it's going to be so much more expensive if you're buying a ticket at the attraction. Look online before your trip and try to book online. There is a link in the description to get your guide. So many trips here in London. Book through Get Your Guide. You're going to save so much money and you know they are authentic trips. The next tip is look right. If you're standing at the zebra crossing, then look right. Because if you look left, you're never ever going to see anything. You need to look right because that is the direction the cars are coming. Zebra crossing. Yes, I did say zebra crossing. This is a zebra crossing. This is not a crosswalk. Zebra crossing. It looks like a zebra. Black, white, black, white. It looks like a zebra. Zebra crossing. The next tip is make sure you speak English. Don't say soccer. Everybody knows what you mean when you say soccer, but you're in England. You need to speak our language. Learn the things that might be different in American or even Australian that we say in England. If you say soccer, British people will laugh at you. They understand what you mean, but just say football. The next tip is don't take a taxi. They are so expensive. They will rip you off and you're gonna pay so much more than public transport. Of course, if it's midnight, you have no other option. You need to make sure you take public transport if you can. Take the London Underground, take trains. They're still gonna be expensive, but the black taxis are so expensive. Try not to take a taxi if you can help it. A very important don't when you visit London is don't forget to get a UK SIM card. I recommend Air Arlo for an eSIM card. There's a link in the description so you can get $3 off your first purchase. Make sure you have a UK eSIM card through Air Arlo. It's gonna get you access to maps. It's gonna get you access to your data. Make sure you have one because you're going to spend so much money for your roaming fees or for your own cell phone service when you visit London. A very important tip, don't forget about the free stuff. For example, the British Museum is completely free. You might need to make a reservation online because it gets very busy, but you don't need to pay to see so much stuff in London. Don't feel like you need to spend money to see everything. Of course, you need to spend money to go inside most places, but just seeing it from the outside is sometimes enough. The perfect example that I can give you is the London Eye. If you went to the London Eye right now and bought a ticket outside the London Eye, it's going to cost you £45, which is absolutely crazy. In my opinion, the London Eye is not worth it. I think you can spend your money somewhere else, but if it's your absolute dream to do the London Eye, if your kids want to do the London Eye, definitely do it. But buy your tickets online, you're going to save so much money, and do your research. If you only plan to visit London one time in your whole life, then do everything. Go inside the Tower of London, ride the London Eye, go inside Westminster Abbey, do everything. But if you know that you're going to be back someday, you don't need to rush around and try and do everything, because there's so much to do in London. Even if you use the London Underground, even if you use public transport, it's still going to take you a few days to see everything. So don't rush if you can, because if you're only there once in your whole life, do everything. Another don't of London is don't pay to take a rickshaw ride. Londoners hate them. They are very annoying. They play very loud music, and technically they are not even allowed to be in London. Don't take them. It's going to cause so much traffic. They're going to annoy people, and it might look like fun, and do it if you want to do it, but I recommend not doing it because we hate them. The next tip that affects everybody that arrives in England is don't arrive too late, because there is one airport inside London. There are 6 airports that have London in their name. Some of them are 30 miles away. If you fly into London Gatwick Airport, you are 30 miles away from London. If you fly into London Heathrow Airport, you're 15 miles away from London. If you arrive at midnight, the only option you have is to take a very expensive taxi. Do not arrive at an inconvenient time, because you are not inside London if you arrive at London Gatwick or London Heathrow Airport, even London Stansted Airport. If you went to London Luton Airport, you're even further away. You're 35 miles away from London. Please make sure you have a plan to get from the airport into London, because there's one airport in London, London City Airport, and usually you don't fly into there. Usually you fly into one of the other airports, and they are not inside London. Please make sure you know where you're flying into and have a plan to get to London. The final tip of don'ts in London is don't stay in London. If you're in London for 10 days, 14 days, then leave London. There's so many places nearby you can take day trips to, or you can leave for a few days, because England is so much more than London. There's Brighton, Canterbury, Oxford, Cambridge. There's so much to see in England apart from London. Is London the best? Yes, I think London is the best city in the whole world, but there's so much more to see in England. Of course, there's Newcastle, there's Manchester, Liverpool, they're far away. But there's so many places nearby London you can take day trips to. Don't stay in London. So there you go. Those are some don'ts of London from a Londoner. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful. Let me know, when do you plan on coming to London? And do you want me to be your tour guide? Thank you so much for watching. There's going to be more tips. There's going to be more travel videos coming very soon. So hit the subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.